Ready? Do you remember how we start these?
Mm-hmm.
How?
What up, what up, what up, Mattlebees?
Hi guys, what's wrong with you?
What's that?
I was gonna start talking and you were talking about your arm.
It popped. Take two. What up, what up, what up, Mattlebees?
Hi guys, it's been a very long time since we've seen you.
It has.
And actually like almost a year. We basically did the declutter challenge in January and then fell off the face of the earth.
We did.
And we're here to give you a reason why and also to kick off Vlogmas.
Here we go.
So I'm just gonna take over the beginning of the conversation. Madison, feel free to break in when you want, or I'll stop and let you, like, I don't know, explain some things.
Sounds good.
From my perspective, what happened was we basically finished a decluttering challenge and started looking for a house. As you guys know, we became homeowners early this year, and basically literally right after we finished the decluttering challenge, we started driving back and forth from Austin to San Antonio because we were looking at houses here. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever bought a house, but it is quite a time-consuming process in general.
It is.
All the paperwork, all the searching for a house, actually going to see the houses.
It's a lot, guys. It really is.
It's a process. I think I kind of wish that we had documented that more, but at the time I was a little bit nervous to show that we're moving to San Antonio in general before we figured out like the security and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't really want to do that.
And there's also a lot of stress that comes with moving in general, so it's kind of hard to be like, hey guys, we're having such a good time.
Yeah, so this is in no way me complaining or us complaining. It's just like the reason we haven't been here. So the house search was a lot. We also traveled a lot this year.
We did.
And I was enjoying not vlogging it, but then again, now I look back and I'm like, damn, I kind of wish I had done that. Mm-hmm. I also didn't have proper equipment to do a lot of this, so now we do. We have 2 vlog cameras now, and we're really excited for Vlogmas for that reason. But yeah, the other part of this video is actually to update you guys on the house, because obviously now we own a house. We don't live in our little shitty apartment from the last video you saw us make on this channel, and that's actually the big reason we have not been vlogging. We have had to do so much work on this house that we did not anticipate, we did not plan, and has been just very time consuming. So I wrote down a lot of the things that we've been dealing with just to give you an update on the house, and which again, I will say, I'm not complaining. I am incredibly grateful for this house, incredibly grateful for this job. Love my job, love my house, but you know, it's been a lot of work. It's been very time consuming, and we couldn't take on like this extra side project that we do for fun while we were doing all this. Mm-hmm. So first thing I wrote down was
drum roll. Let me know when you're gonna cut.
This is gonna be your cut in. Are you ready?
I'm ready. All right.
So first thing was the leak in the house.
Guys, so this was the most horrible thing that you could ever have happen to you as a first-time home buyer. We came down to San Antonio on the day we were supposed to close. We were so excited. And lo and behold, we are sitting at the title office ready to close, waiting for our realtor, and we get a phone call from our realtor, and we're like, hey dude, you're supposed to be at the title office, where are you at? And he's like, you know, I wanted to do a last walkthrough of the house, and it turns out there's a huge leak in the house. Like, you guys gotta come over here right now. So we're like, he was
like, basically, you're not closing today.
Yeah, and we were like, okay, well, let's go see how bad it is. And we get here, guys, and it's a 2-story house. So there's this leak that had leaked out of the bathroom into our master bedroom upstairs and pooled in the ceiling and collapsed through the sheetrock in the garage. So we got there and it was just sheetrock and water, and our realtor was like, what is going on? But you guys can't close today. It was crazy.
So what's really frustrating is this house is beautiful. If you guys have seen it, like, I think I couldn't have asked for a better, beautiful like place to live, and obviously to film, because that's really important to me. But they really half-assed a lot of stuff on this house, and we had no idea. And it's honestly like, it's not like all these things were like the biggest deals. They're irreparable. They're so expensive. Well, some of them are expensive. Most of them are just like minor things here and there. But like the reason that happened is because they didn't have a pressure regulator on this house. If you guys are homeowners, you might know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you're like, what the fuck is that? Basically, the water that comes from the city is like very high pressure, and if you don't have a pressure regulator, it's really hard on your appliances, your pipes, like everything. And so what we've deduced is, since they didn't have a pressure regulator, there was so much pressure upstairs because no one had been living here for like a month, and it just exploded.
Yep.
So that was fun. That was the first thing.
That was the first thing.
Then the water heater went out.
Yeah, that was a really crappy situation where when our inspector actually came and walked through the house, they turned the gas off. They turned the gas off because the water heater is a gas water heater, so we couldn't test it during the inspection. But then when we got in the house and started using it, we turned it on and it sounded like a witch's cauldron bubbling over because they hadn't been using a water softener, which we'll get to later. But it basically was dumping a lot of additional sediment into the water heater, and we needed a completely new one. So replaced that like week one, I'd say, because no one likes cold showers.
Yeah, I mean, they just didn't do maintenance on a house that, it's like well, first of all, the people who owned it, or the person who owned it, she was a realtor in Houston, and she was renting it out. So they basically just didn't take care of it at all. Like, there was no pressure regulator, there was no water softener. And I know for a lot of people, you might be thinking, well, you don't need a water softener. But if you live in San Antonio, you know that you need a water softener. It's not just like, oh, my water's hard and it's not good for my hair. It's like, my pipes are clogged, all my appliances are going bad early, and it's not something you should skip if you're a fucking homeowner in San Antonio, basically.
True.
So, yeah, we had to get that replaced. Cold showers, it took them like, oh no, they got that done pretty quick, I think.
That was pretty quick, yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty fast. Then we had a leak in the shower, like you could hear it dripping from our bedroom because there was so much mineral buildup from them not having a water softener. Madison had to replace that. Yeah, so Madison fixed a shower leak, pretty quick fix. Well, not really, it took you a few days. We hosted 14 people here on Easter, which was approximately 2 weeks after we moved in.
It was a terrible idea.
There's a tree root that broke through our pipes in our yard and caused our pipes to overflow back up into, well, we didn't actually have an overflow in the house, right?
No.
So, but it was, you could tell like things were not draining, and basically if we had continued using the system, we would have flooded our house with shit. We had 14 people here when that happened, so that was cool.
That we did.
That took a while to get someone. No, we called someone to come out here that day. They did something to it that day, and I think that was pretty immediate, but also terrifying. The carbon monoxide detector went off when I was at home working in the middle of the day. That scared the shit out of me. I called 911 because I've never had a carbon monoxide detector before. That was terrifying. We got a water softener that's still an ongoing situation. It's complicated because the dude basically, the first thing he said to me when he looked at our water softener issue was, we're gonna have to like trench a hole through your house to do a new drain line. And I was like, any other options? Like what? And then I basically, that was annoying. That took a while to get it fixed, but according to Madison, now it's fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Our like water softener line isn't in a great place for where our sewage line is, and if we potentially have another backup, he's just worried that it could end up getting into our drinking water, which wouldn't be good. So
we replaced all the thermostats, but that was more, well no, one was a necessity because they had a huge like old time thermostat downstairs. It was like this big, it was huge, and it wasn't working when we came to do that final walkthrough. So we asked them to replace it, and they replaced it with one that was half the size and left this giant unpainted spot on our wall. So we replaced both of the thermostats upstairs, downstairs. We replaced we replaced 2 fans. We should have replaced the third one, but we'll get there. And the one in our bedroom, they basically like repainted the ceiling, and instead of like cleaning off the fan, they just left it like that. So when we went to turn on the fan the first time, it didn't move. And then my cousin went upstairs to try and see if he could finagle it to get it to start working, because it wasn't working. And they just left all the paint spatter on top of the fan, and it spun around our whole room.
Yeah, so he came downstairs and he was covered in like old paint and all white. We were just like, sorry, but
yeah,
thanks so much.
What else we thought, whenever we moved in, we thought there might have been an electrical issue because literally none of the light bulbs in this house worked. We would try to turn on fans and they just wouldn't turn on, just because there was no basic maintenance done to the house. It was, yeah, so we had to fix all of that. Madison had to fix a light circuit in the hallway and in the stairwell. Garage door opener didn't work when we moved in because of the leak, and they just left it like that. That took a good month to get replaced. And yeah, now here we are. That's most of what I wrote down. Now there's a huge project with the retaining wall, which is gonna cost us a lot of money, but you know,
we'll get there.
Yeah, that's where we're at now. All right, it's a bit darker now. I almost called him my nephew. Brittany's husband just got here, and we had to talk to him for a minute, but Madison let me know that I basically got into vlogger mode and started talking a lot and loud. I project my voice. Now I should be because I don't have a mic on. But I'm gonna let her tell you what we're gonna do for Vlogmas and what you can expect.
For Vlogmas, we're basically starting recording now, and we're gonna post every day, fingers crossed. And I'm gonna be in charge of editing that footage, so we'll see how it turns out. And currently, sorry guys. And currently we have Shelby's assistant who is working on a project. It's going to be an advent calendar. She's going to put together a bunch of different topics that we are not going to know about until we look at the calendar and see what it is. So
yeah, so I wanted to get your input on this, and maybe I will. Can we upload this as early as tomorrow? Can you edit this tonight or no?
No.
No?
No.
What about tomorrow?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll get this up fast enough where you guys can have input in Vlogmas as well. So I'm asking on Instagram, what do you want to see during Vlogmas? And then I'm gonna print those out so my assistant can put them in the advent calendar, and we won't know what the topics are. So if you leave a topic on this, like comment on this vlog, I'll try to include these as well. Not 100% sure if we'll get it up in time, but hopefully. And if not, I'd love to hear your input anyway. We can always rearrange things. So let me know what you guys want to see during Vlogmas. I'm excited, but also really nervous because uploading every day is hard. We tried it before.
Yeah.
And it was hard.
Oh, wish us luck.
But also I was
trying to close out. But that's fine.
But also I was thinking of all the concepts, and I was doing all the filming, and I was doing all the editing while also still doing my main channel stuff. So you editing is gonna help a lot, and I hope it works out. I don't know.
Here we go.
All right.
She's a rambler. That's why she's like, all right.
We haven't uploaded on this channel in a year.
Well, you gotta give them a little bit so they come back tomorrow. Good Lord, trying to tell them your whole life story.
Yeah, we haven't talked to them in a really long time.
And we're gonna be talking to them every day for a month.
That's true. You're gonna see a lot of us after this. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you every day in December. Madison's gonna be editing. Wish her luck. Wish me luck, because December is a busy ass month as it is. So let's see how this goes. Catch ya later, Maddlebees.
Is that what we used to do?
Because they're bees. Catch ya.
With this?
Oh no, we would go, catch ya later, Maddlebees.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Catch ya later, Maddlebees.